Good morning. So the laundry facilities at the hotel, turns out, are still closed after COVID. It seems like, in late 2022, that's silly, but I guess the government mandates it. So I had to take my laundry to the one launderer in town that's open this early, and she said she can only get them done around 3. So today might be a lot of bumming around in Boulder City and waiting for my laundry to be done. On the plus side, I now have the opportunity to go run another iconic running trail. This one's the historic railroad trail, which runs toward the Hoover Dam itself through a bunch of old railroad tunnels. So I'm gonna run that one for about 2 miles down, 2 miles back, head back, shower, grab all my stuff, and go visit the Hoover Dam. Ah yes, the classic running weather. So after almost 2 miles, I found that the overlook I want was actually on top of the tunnel I just went through. But I'm not going to figure out the best way to climb over there because there's a bunch of fences every place. And I think I've seen the lake pretty well during the run, and I'll think I'll see it again at the dam. So cool. Heading back now. Also, you can tell by the white bands on the rock how high Lake Mead is normally supposed to go. There's been an incredible drought this year. This is probably the lowest I'll see in my lifetime, unless some sort of horrid climate change thing dries it up altogether. So guess where I am? Damn. Here I am at the Hoover Dam. So initially I only had tickets for the power plant, but turns out they had 1 slot left for the whole dam tour, and I was able to grab that. So I'm gonna get to see the whole thing today. Man, I came up this staircase and the temperature went up by like 20 degrees. Here I am inside a scale model of the Hoover Dam dynamos. Yeah, that's a little bit bigger, I think, than the ones I made in grade school. So the Hoover Dam was created for 2 purposes: to generate power and to control the Colorado River and prevent flooding. It can generate over 2 gigawatts of power, which is enough to power about a quarter of Las Vegas at peak lighting time. So could be more, but certainly could be less. That is a big dam tube. Turns out this is an old diversionary tunnel from when they built the dam, and that it's been repurposed so that all the water that gets pulled in to one of the 4 major generator systems flows through this big metal pipe that runs down it. So we're down in this deep hole underground, and I hear a tiny skitter amidst all the footsteps, which somehow some part of my hindbrain recognized, and I turn around and behold, one of my headphones has fallen out of my pocket, and there is no way I would have found it if not for that. Man, someone's looking out for me. Look at all those generators. It feels like I'm in a subway. So we're all the way down here with no signal, and they don't even have the courtesy to give us Wi-Fi. So this is the end of a ventilation shaft looking down on the Colorado. I'm gonna stick my hand out there. Thank the Lord for the wrist strap. For a vent shaft, it's awful warm in here. This marker says we're 50 feet into this block. There's a crack right here. And here's the scene. And here's the marker for a crack they found. And if you look at the texture of the walls, it looks like wood. And that's because when they made this, they used wood to hold it in place. Look at that. And when they removed the boards left their impression in the walls. And here's some some fissures that were filled in with calcium naturally, like a cave. And here's a stairway that goes all the way up to the top from the Colorado River at the bottom. Feels familiar. What time is it? Nevada time. So here's the Lake Mead side, and those towers are the intakes. Look how low that lake is. The tour guide said that it's at 27% capacity right now, and that even with all the water restrictions, that's only 1% above the lowest they've been. On the plus side, it can go actually quite a bit lower before they can't generate any power, so, you know, we've got some buffer. So the dam tour was cool. The power plant portion is what you normally get when you just get the basic edition. The extra $30 actually allowed me to go see Megatron, which was very cool. But now I finally need to get some food for today. And then when my clothes are done, off to Zion. So I have to admit, this is a very aesthetically pleasing parking garage. I'm on my way out of Boulder City. I stopped at the Coffee Cup Cafe and got the Big Kahuna Burger, which was basically all the things that one puts on a Hawaiian-style pizza on a burger, and it was absolutely wonderful. It was banging. So now, looking out at this dry, sort of hazy plain, I'm on my way north into Utah. It looks like I'll hit Zion around 5 on the dot, which means 6 o'clock Utah time. And welcome, ever so briefly, back to Arizona. This time, we are on the far northwestern corner. The landscape is a little different. Passing from the plains into this mountain. That's pretty cool. And welcome to Utah. So I made it to the campsite. It's 7:45, it's just getting dark, but this place is a lot like glamping. There is Wi-Fi, there's a restaurant on site, and most importantly, there are showers, which I can use consistently. So I think aside from the fact that I'm sleeping in a tent, this is basically going to be a hotel. Cool. So that said, I'm going to set up and head out bright and early tomorrow morning, so until that time, good night.